Legend of Total War here, and today I want to give you guys a review of the latest DLC that's coming out soon for you guys, but I've got early access to it, of the latest DLC for Total War Warhammer. So this is the Norse DLC for the faction pack for Total War Warhammer. So I'll just go through exactly what you get out of it, and then I'll let you know my breakdown on what I think of it, the pros and the cons. So you get to play as Norway, whose faction leader is Tormund Giantsbane, and you get to play as Sweden, whose faction leader is Angela Merkel. There's some new units in the roster as well for both factions, although both factions are almost identical apart from the faction leader, so there's no reason to go through both of them. Going through Norway's roster, they've got a bunch of new types of wizards, which, to be honest, I didn't really end up using in the campaign that much, just because their units were sufficient. But the main addition that I thought was really fantastic about this faction was the addition of Mumakils. These guys were brutal on the battlefield, and I just ended up spamming them, as soon as I was able to afford them. Very expensive unit, but the great thing about the Norway campaign is that there is a lot of things you can do to reduce your upkeep costs, and so it becomes affordable later on in the campaign. So here we are on the campaign map here. So this is a completely new faction. It wasn't in prior to this DLC. There's a bunch of other Norse factions that are unplayable, but we've seen the previous ones that were available, well, on the campaign. They weren't playable prior to this, which is the Scaling and the Varg. Now, the goal of this campaign is that Tormund Giantsbane needs to unite the North, and then needs to get south for the winter, whilst also appeasing the Norse gods of Asgard up here. Now, once you've appeased one of the Norse gods of Asgard, the Ragnarok begins, and you have to fight it out. And there is a dilemma at the end of it. I won't give it everything away, but you have to choose basically which way you want to deal with Ragnarok. So overall, if you want to go to full completion on the campaign, it should take you anywhere between around 200 and 300 turns, depending on how long you take. The Ragnarok really is at your discretion on when you want the Ragnarok to begin. Again, it just comes to when you want to appease a particular one of the Asgardian gods. Now, my overall review on this, I guess my rating for this campaign is this. I think that this campaign DLC, well, this faction DLC, is actually the best DLC that Creative Assembly has released for Total War Warhammer. Now, I went in here looking for things to tear it apart, because I was looking for a punching bag, basically. I wanted to tear it to shreds, but there really wasn't a whole lot that I could fault it for. The faction was, the unit roster was balanced. I did find myself hiring more professional units rather than just establishing just auto-resolve spams. I was fighting more battles manually. That being said, there's still a lot of auto-resolves, just because there's just a lot to do on the campaign map, and you can get through a lot of it with auto-resolve. But I ended up with a lot of Mumakils and Frost Dragons, and they were very enjoyable to use. The Mumakils are going to be very useful on the campaign. I don't know how useful they're going to be in multiplayer, because I haven't tested any of that, but this is just a campaign review. So overall, like I said, I'd probably rate this DLC about 8 out of 10, which in my opinion this is the best DLC that they've released so far. But that being said, there are still, of course, underlying problems with the strategy of the campaign. Just with Total War Warhammer in general, I just wanted to make that clear. I don't think that this is a perfect game, but they did a good job on this DLC. And now, even though I did say that I wasn't going to do a Let's Play on it, I was so impressed with this DLC that I went ahead and did a Let's Play on it anyway. So I sort of swallowed my pride in that one. I really didn't expect this one to be this good, because, quite frankly, I don't give a crap about Norsca, as far as the lore is concerned. My favourite was always for Bretonnia, but they put so many layers into this campaign that it was actually very enjoyable to play, both on normal difficulty and on legendary. Now, in terms of difficulty for the campaign, I'd say that the beginning is quite difficult, but the end is a cakewalk. As long as you get your infrastructure set up, basically no one ever tries to invade you in Norway or Sweden, wherever you decide to start. So there's my review for you. I'll have a Let's Play up in a few hours. Hope that helps you guys in whether or not you want to pre-order or purchase this DLC. So that's the end of this episode, this video, whatever, and I'll see you next time, fuckers.